apocalypse.
Hello guys and welcome to my channel, and today we are playing Clicker Heroes. So we have two new comments. I'm going to start off with the positive comment. So Jaden Harvey says, play a game called Tap Towns. It's great. Also, I subbed a long time ago. So I did start doing shout outs for people who have subbed my channel. And you know, people who subbed my channel before that haven't had a shout out, so I'm going to shout out to Jade and Harvey for subbing me. And plus, at the moment, I'm not looking into playing any more games until I get used to, you know, doing the games that I am doing at the moment. So it will be put on the list for future games. So thank you for the suggestion. We also have another comment from Ryan Withers, who says, so game fake. You know, my first negative comment, so thank you. You know, if you know, a comment is a comment at the end of the day, and you know, if you think those sorts of things, then go ahead, you know, doesn't bother me. But anyway, I did say this episode was going to be all about the mercs. So I'm going to just go into it at the moment. So, say like you've finally got the mercs, you've ascended for the first time, you get the mercs. So once a mercenary is available, 4 choices will be displayed when starting a quest, with various rewards for random lengths of time. So pretty much when you are out, I can't do anything because the next quest I can do is that, but it'll say start quest, you press start quest and you'll get 4 choices. So pretty much you know, you can pick out of those 4 ones. The longer the quest, the more chance that your mercenaries have to die. Yes, although they can die at any time, but the longer the quest, the more chance it is to die. So my Brian the noob could die. Much faster than Stefan the demigod, because that's a 48 hour, that's I think was an 8 hour or something like that. So yeah, you will unlock the mercenary tab until at 139, and you won't be able to, you know, start using them until you ascend. Now, if you transcend, so if you transcend and get to about 139, this tab will appear, but until you ascend, you will not be able to look at your mercenaries either. Okay, so we are going to talk about quest types at the moment. So we have a few quest types. The first one is recruiting a new mercenary. So if one dies, then you recruit another. And you can only have about 5 mercenaries at a time. The next one is relics. So you can go ahead and do relics like I have here. There's ones for rubies, which all these 4 are gone off. There's one for gold, which is only really good if you have a hybrid, an idol or hybrid. So if you try and do a gold, I think after a certain amount of levels, the gold is so much way under the gold that you have, because it works off idle. So if you want to do gold, it's best in the beginning of the game, or the beginning of the levels once you ascend. So There's a quest for hero souls as well. If you want to increase the hero souls, then Morgulus right here is great. You know, it doesn't look like he does much, but if you send them off for hero souls, you'll get quite a few hero souls, as you can see. Yeah. So they do come back with a load of hero souls. And also, the most worthless of all that I think of anyway is the skill activation. If you want to do that, you can. But after a certain while, it's not really worth it to do. But it's totally up to you if you guys want to do that. Okay, so pretty much the durations are about 5 minutes to 2 days. So there's 5, 15, 30, 1 hour, 2, 4, 8, 1 day and 2 days. Okay, so the longer the quest, the more you get from a 5-minute reward. But for example, if we do a 30-minute quest, we get more for the reward for 5 minutes, but the efficiency compared to the 5-minute one goes down. So you just remember that. So for 15 minutes, you know, you could do 3 5-minute quests in 15 minutes and probably get more, depending on what. So you gotta be careful how long you send your guys on. Currently I've just sent Brian my newest mercenary because my top one died. But I'm sending him on a 48-hour quest because I don't really care. He's a common. Now, if I get something higher, then I'll make sure that I don't send them off on suicide quests. So currently I'm just bothering about Bray and above at the moment. If I get a common or uncommon, I'll probably send them on a 48-hour quest instead. So shorter quests have a much higher reward to time ratio, but require much more micromanaging and can be less efficient. So you've got to come on every 5 minutes, and then it takes a couple of seconds to make sure you're thingy. So it is, you know, you have to make sure that you're on if you are. Okay, so we're going to talk about reviving now. So when a mercenary dies, you can choose to bury it or revive it. Now, reviving like lower levels will get you the achievements, but the higher the level, the more it costs. So on the mobile version, everything seems to times 10 itself, but on the mobile version you can have like a level 2 common and still get like a ruby within 4 hours. Everything's like different on the mobile version, but pretty much on the mobile version you times in the stuff by 10. So to get the times 2 multiplier on the Steam version or the online version, you're talking about 50. On the mobile version you're talking about 500. To buy one auto clicker you're talking about 100 on online and Steam, but you're talking about 1,000 on thingy. So pretty much anything that you do that I'm doing now, you've got times 10 on the mobile version. So just keep that in mind. So for example, on my Steam version, to revive a level 1, it's going to take me about 12 rubies to revive a level 1. Now, for example, on the mobile version it would take 120 rubies for reviving 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it's times 10 on the mobile version, but I'm going to go on the thingy version. So to revive a level 1, it's 12 rubies, a level 2, 13 rubies, 3, 14 rubies, 4, 16 rubies, 5, 18, 6, 22, 7, 28 rubies, 8, 36, 9, 49, 10, 68, 11, 97, 12, 140, 13, 205, 14, 302, 15, 448, 16, 667, level 17, 996, 18, 1488, 19, 2227, and level 20 is 3336. So yeah, it gets extremely expensive, so I've decided that you know, if they're lower levels, I will revive them. If they're not, then I probably will get rid of them. Unless they're like a, you know, what's it called? A specific, so rare or above at the moment. But we'll get into that, what sort of like thingies they are. But so that you guys know, the Steam version level 20 is 3,336 to revive. On the mobile version, it will cost 33,360 gems to revive a level 20, so keep that in mind. Okay, so leveling up. So all mercenaries start off at level 1 once they are hired. You can there's like, if you've got 4, you can spend 40 rubies actually, you know, do the time thingy, although I wouldn't recommend it. So if you send one of your guys off on an 8-hour quest to get a thingy, and you want that mercenary right then and there, send one off on an 8-hour and then just time lapse 8 hours and you get him. So you're saving yourself 30 gems instead of actually spending that one if you don't want to. If you just want a mercenary quickly. So anyway, there are, like I said, so start off at level 1, which is, the rank is noob. Then at level 2, it becomes a rookie. At level 3, it becomes a journeyman. Level 4 becomes an expert. Level 5 becomes a master. So level 5 is a master right there. Level 6 is a grandmaster. Level 7 is a legend. Level 8 is a demigod. So Evelyn is my demigod at the moment. And then it goes from 9 demigod 1, 10 demigod 2, 11 demigod 3, 12 demigod 4, 13 demigod 5, 14 demigod 6, and so forth and so forth. So the demigod keeps going up. So it keeps going up, so yeah, keep that in mind at the moment. Ooh. So there is a so if I get Stefan to somehow 25 levels, I get the exceptional specimen achievement, but I haven't even gotten that far at the moment. They keep dying and they become extremely expensive to revive at the moment, because pretty much mercenaries last on average about 4.5 days. So for example, level 4.5, sometimes you can get really unlucky and they will die before 4 days, and then sometimes you get really lucky when they don't die and you don't have to revive, and they get to level 8 before you need to revive it. But yeah, I mean, be careful because they do consume a load of rubies if you do revive higher levels, and sometimes it's just not worth it. So keep that in mind. Okay, so there are mercenary personal bonuses as well. So the stuff that you can get from the bonuses are percentage of hero souls, percentage of rubies, percentage of number of skills activated, percentage of gold at the moment, and percentage of speed to recruit, and also plus extra lives. Bonuses only affect that mercenary and none of the others, and the value ranges between about 5% to 2000% based on their rarity. So rare at the moment is a plus 10%. As you can see, all my rares have plus 10%. My common has a plus 5, and my uncommon is a plus 8%. I've never had, or I have had a fabled at the moment with extra lives on my online version, but I don't know how much percentage a fable would give you. Okay, so we are going to talk about like rarity of the mercs. Now there are 8 tiers to the rarity that each mercenary can get, just like relics. So pretty much the relics are the same as the thingy. So if I go onto my relics, as you can see, I've got rare and uncommon, rare, common, common. So the same things that you can get with here. Now so the rarity from worst to last is common, uncommon, rare, epic, fabled, mythical, legendary, and transcendence. So I did say that I didn't know the percentage of the wards, so but I actually do actually. So Brian the Noob is a common, so he only gets 5% rewards. Yeah. So that is, you get about 60.7% chance to get a common. All right, and you don't get any free revives if you do get. So no free revives on the common or uncommon. It's just rare and above. But on uncommon you get a plus 8% reward for anything like gold or hero souls or anything along those lines. To get an uncommon, it's about 24.3%. And again, like I said, there's no free revive for that. So for a rare, so for example, my rares, the reward is 10% of whatever it is, hero souls, recruitment speed, and blah blah blah. I get, to get a rare, it's a 9.7% chance to get a rare, and for if you do end up getting a revive, you will only get 1 revive for that rare. Okay, so the next one above that is epic, and for the rewards you get a plus 20% reward for an epic. The chance of you getting an epic is about 3.6%, and the max revives you can get if you get a free revive is 2. With the fabled, your reward is 50%. A 50% chance, like with hero souls or recruitment speed or whatever. The chance to get that is a 1.2% chance, and you get, I think, 3 revives for that if you get a revive, extra lives. The next one is mythical, which will give you a 200% chance. No, not a 200% chance. 200% reward for that. it is a 0.3% chance that you will get a mythical, and if you get an extra lives, it will give you 4 extra lives for that. A legendary is a 500% reward for it, but it's only a 0.1% chance that you get a legendary, and if you do get one with an extra lives, then you will get 5 extra lives. And the last one is Transcendence, which gives you a 2000% reward. But you will need, the chance to get one of those is about 0.012%, and the extra lives that they give you if you do get one is 6. Free revives are only given for mercenaries whose bonuses are extra lives, just so that you guys know. Yeah, let's just say, if you end up getting about 10,000 mercenaries, you will only get about 70%, I think it's like a 70% chance that one of those mercenaries that you got out of, if you bought 10,000 mercenaries, 70% chance of actually getting one that is Transcendence, and you probably wouldn't even get one even if you bought like 10,000 of them. So it's very, very hard to get them, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so there are different names for the mercenaries as well. There are over 100 potential names for each gender, so whether it's a female or a male, so every name has a 0.5% chance of appearing, including Leroy Jenkins. So if you do get one that says Leroy Jenkins, then regardless of whatever his level is, you're going to need to bury him to get the achievement. Because one of them is like bury Leroy Jenkins. Gosh. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it for achievements, really. I mean, I did get a Transcendence relic. It came up like this pink/red colour. It was completely useless, and of course I couldn't really put it on. I really should have put it on one of these, shouldn't I? Just to show you guys what it was. But it did say Transcendence when I hovered over it. So pretty much the relics, things, and the mercenaries have the same what are they called? Types, so rare or uncommon and stuff like that. If I ever do get fabled again, I'd be so happy, but I don't think that's going to work out that very well, considering the amount of chance you actually get. But if I ever do get a Transcendence, I don't care how many rubies it takes to keep him alive. I am paying the rubies. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for this episode guide. If you have subscribed to my channel before I started doing the shout outs, and you do want to shout out yourself, then please comment in the comment section below saying I've subbed a long time ago. Would really appreciate a shout out, then I'll give you a shout out. If you are new to my channel and you do like these videos, then please remember to like the videos and also give me or subscribe to my channel. If your profile is public and it comes up on my notification feed, I will give you guys a shout out. If not, and I don't do it and you're like, what the fudge, she hasn't gave me a shout out, just comment in the next video if I haven't mentioned your name, and I'll mention your name there. And I think that's it, really. So I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon. Ta-ra.